Good evening. I'd like to call to order our regular scheduled council meeting for Monday, December 19th, 2016 at 7 p.m. Our first order of business is our opening ceremony, which consists of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for those service members that have given their lives while defending our country. Today, we have with us the shining star from Farmington Elementary, sixth grader Angela Gonzalez. And she is the student of the month at Farmington, and she's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So would everybody please stand?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Let's give a round of applause for Angela, student of the month at Farmington. Thank you. That's quite an achievement. We got her whole family there on the front row, and thank you for bringing her tonight. Okay, Ms. Bettis, you take the roll, please.
Good evening, Your Honor. Mayor Walker.
Here.
Councilmember Squires.
Here.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Here.
Councilmember Lynch.
Here.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge.
Here.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Here.
Okay, next we have item 4, approval of the agenda as presented.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the agenda for Monday, December 19th, 2016 as presented. Support.
Support from Councilmember Squires. Any other comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Move on to item 5, community events. Tonight we have from the Garden City Police Department, Lieutenant Gibbons and Sergeant Anowski. They're going to present a check to Dottie Raskowski from the Home Pantry. If you noticed, the last month or so, our police officers have all been sporting a beard, and they had to pay money to do that, and the money goes to charity, and the chief allowed them to wear a beard for a few months. So tonight we get the check to our Garden City Home Pantry. Go ahead, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. 2016 Beards for Charity has come and gone again. Special thanks to Sergeant Arnosky, who does the organization every year, and to Chief Murray, who, with permission of the city manager, allows us to wear the beards, and to Incorporate, who donated proceeds from the GCPD supporter shirts this year. So we're presenting a check of $2,000 to our home pantry, and we thank you guys for everything you do. And we're glad to have the opportunity to grow the beards.
Do a photo op.
They should get beads more often.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys be clean shaven by the morning, right? I'm kidding. Okay, next we have Gina Stewart from the NAACP that wants to come up, say a few words under community events. Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council, residents of Garden City. I am Gina Wilson Stewart, and I am the newly elected president of the Western Wayne County branch of the NAACP. Actually, I don't take office till January, but I wanted to come out and introduce myself so that the community can know that there is a branch here. Everybody know about the Detroit branch, but the Wayne County branch is very different. Instead of just being representative of the residents in one city, we represent 18 cities. And you guys are in our Northeast District. That's what we call it, because we divided it up. That's Redford Township, Garden City, Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, and Inkster. So what we did was, so that everybody don't have to come to one meeting, once a quarter we take our meetings on the road. So last year was our first year doing it, and we had our meeting in Redford was our first one. So that was 2016. So in February, we'll have our on-the-road meeting in Inkster. It'll be at St. Clement's Church, and our meetings are always the second Monday of the month, and they start at 7 o'clock. Normally, they're right here in Garden City at Christian Faith Ministries at 27500 Marquette. So that's where we'll be in January and again in March. But in February, we'll have our offsite, and it will be in Inkster. So I want to introduce myself and let everybody know if you have any concerns, anything you want me to look at, or just give me a call. And I'm looking for everybody's support as we move forward. You know, civil rights is everybody's issue. So our branch will be looking at things dealing with education, health, representation, political representation, and just trying to make life better for everybody. So my cell number is 313-949-3133. That's 313-949-3133. Or you can like our Facebook page to follow us, and that is Western Wayne County NAACP.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
guys so
it.
much for your time.
Thank you. Okay, next we'll move on to comments from state and county officials. I see we got Mary McClendon here from the County Commissioner's Office.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, to the clerk on this evening, and to all the fine citizens of Garden City. It's always a pleasure to be here. I just want you to know I really enjoyed the seniors' Christmas gala. It was just really nice, and I truly enjoyed it. The food was good, the company was good, the music was good, the tap dancing that I saw was exceptional, and it was just a beautiful event. It's good to see the seniors out having a very, very, very good time, and I certainly enjoyed being there with them. And I've seen some of you there, and so it was a pleasure to see some of you there as well. So again, I enjoyed that event. We know that the snow is here. I don't know how long it's going to be here. This week, they're talking about the 30s and the 40s. So with that, that snow might disappear. But in the meanwhile, it's good to know where the Wayne County trucks are. Okay, the trucks will be all over the county. We have some new trucks with big blades that will be out on the roads. So, but if you need real-time information as to where those trucks are, you can call. We need to be strategic when we're going places. And so you can contact on the website, you can look up the website, compass.waynecounty.com. And you can get real-time information as to where those trucks are and where they have been. So that's strategic information so you can get to where you're going on time. The county has 12 new trucks. And again, with those wide blades, so it should make it very accessible for us to get around. I know we had the snow just recently, and I didn't have a problem traveling in any of the communities or any of the county roads. So I think all the communities are doing a great job, because I certainly know it because I get around everywhere, okay? So I think they've done a tremendous job throughout. all the cities as well as Wayne County as well. And our true test was just recently. So you certainly can access that website at any time. Also, don't forget the Light Fest. It's very, very beautiful. In Wayne County, we always have activities through the Park Commission. And of course, you have the lights through the end of this month. So don't forget it, because you know time is passing. We thought we had a lot of time on our hands. And if you haven't done your Christmas shopping, you are in trouble, okay? But it goes through the end of December, so you do have time. I've had a number of people tell me there are new events, new displays this year, and many of them told me that they did go out to see the lights when it was snowing, and it just put a extra touch on everything. So let us not forget the Light Fest is available. Also, just recently, I attended the Nankin Mills lighting of the Christmas tree, and that was beautiful as well. That's an event at the county parks where the children can come out and see Santa, see the lights, and they receive gifts, and they can paint and color and do all those events. So Wayne County Parks is just full of activities. There's just so much to do. So be sure to take advantage of the park, Wayne County Park System. So I don't have anything else right now. There's no coffee hours. I know you miss us and everything, but they will reconvene next year, and of course, you're all invited to attend. So if I don't see you before, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to you, Happy Holidays to you, and a Happy New Year. I'm looking for great things in this new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McLennan. Okay, item 7, we have no petitions or communications tonight, no public hearings. Move on to item 9, consent agenda.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the consent agenda, item 9A, 1 through 4B. And if I could, after it's seconded, I'd like to read the last two.
Support.
Okay, supported by Councilmember King. Go ahead, Ms.
The
Lynch.
last two items on the consent agenda is Ken Hines to the Board of Review with a term to expire 12/31/19, and Ronald Showalter to the Board of Review with a term to expire 12/31/19.
Okay, any other comments from the table, from the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Move on to our study session. B1, what's council's wish? Garden City figure skating?
C.
C? Item 2, MERS service credits purchase.
C.
Item 3, amend the intergovernmental agreement on animal control services.
C.
And number 4, 5-year capital improvement plan to receive a note and file.
C.
And item 5, policy consideration on street sales and solicitations.
C.
And item 6, comprehensive study of the water distribution system.
C.
Okay, we'll move on to the C agenda, C1, Garden City Figure Skating Club.
Mayor,
Councilmember Jacobs.
I move to approve the resolution recognizing the Garden City Figure Skating Club as a nonprofit organization operating in the community for the purpose of obtaining charitable gaming licenses.
Support.
Support from Councilmember McCarge. Any comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Item C2, MERS service credit purchase.
Your Honor?
Councilmember McCarge.
No.
I'm sorry. Squires.
I move to approve the purchase of Municipal Employees Retirement System,
Support.
MERS, service credit of 5 years, 0 months by Sean Adams.
Support again.
Support from Councilmember King. Any discussion from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Item C3, amend the intergovernmental agreement on animal control services with the city of Romulus. Councilmember Kerwin.
Move to approve an amendment to the intergovernmental agreement between Garden City and Romulus for animal control services. Authorize the city manager and the city clerk to execute the document.
Support.
Support from Councilmember McCarge. Just for the residents, this is just an amendment. We pay roughly right around $10,000 a year for animal control. Instead of $7,800 annually, it's going to be $650 per month. $5 fee per dog per day after 4 days, and the euthanasia, I can't say that word, euthanasia fee of $20 per dog. Just some fee changes that they passed at the Romulus council meeting, and that basically we're still paying roughly right around $10,000 a year for animal control from the city of Romulus. Any other comments from the table, from the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Item C4, 5-year capital improvement plan.
Mayor?
Councilmember Lynch.
I move to receive the proposed 5-year capital improvement plan fiscal year 2018 through 2022 pursuant to the Garden City Charter 6.05A.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Squires. This is the 5-year capital improvement plan presented to council from all the different departments in the city, and council will have discussions during our budget next year, February, March, on which ones we want to approve and move forward. But this is a 5-year plan, so. Any other comments from the table?
Mayor,
Councilmember McCarge?
I remember when I was working for the city, when we had to do these, the exercise of even doing this and really looking ahead, you know, and seeing where we are with the infrastructure, I think it's an important exercise. At the time, I thought it was a pain in the neck, but it's an important exercise because it gives the council a really good overview of some of the really needs of our community as far as the infrastructure. It's a little scary because I know we can't do everything on this list financially, but at least it helps give us some direction at budget time. So I'd like to thank the department heads and staff who put this together, because it is a worthwhile project. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other comments from the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge.
Aye.
Councilmember King.
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Item C5,
Mayor.
policy consideration. Councilmember King?
Move to, resolve to adopt a policy to prohibit on-street sales and/or solicitation by any group under any circumstances in the interest of safety. Further, the policy shall become effective immediately upon adoption.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Squires. Yeah, we've had a lot of discussion on this. It's just a matter of time before somebody out at Ford Middle Belt or Warren and Middle Belt gets hit by a car collecting for different charities, and with traffic, with people on their cell phones, all the distracted drivers we have nowadays because of the electronic devices, I feel it's the right thing to do. There's other ways to raise money, but we got to get these people off the street corners on our busy 5-lane roads. So I'm totally in support of doing away with on-street solicitation. That's my comment. Any other comments? From the general public? Mr. Hunt?
I'd just like to see you reconsider that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a done deal. There's a few of you that have been gunning for this for a long, long time. I was on the Goodfellas for a lot of years, and you wanted everybody off the street for a long time. Those are volunteers that are willing to go out there. They've been out there for many years, and they watch what's going on. And I wish you'd reconsider it. I doubt that's going to happen, but wanted to state that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Mayor,
Ms. Lynch?
could I just make a reply to that?
Yes.
You know, the sad part about all of this, because I used to stand on the street and collect also, some groups are very vigilant when they're out on the street. Some groups are not as vigilant when they're out on the street. Some drivers are very aware of their surroundings and what's going on, and others are talking on the cell phone, listening to the radio, talking to the friends, etc. There is no one group that is safe to be on the street corner, and if we can't have everyone safe, then we have to make a different way so that everyone is safe. And I think that's the reason why we all support this. It's not because we want to prohibit people on the street. It's because we value the safety of all of our people, including those out on the street. And that's the only way that we can protect them. This has been a long time coming because I was mayor back when it was proposed. And so it's been a long time coming. Finally, it's gotten to the point that drivers out on the street, they're just not paying attention. When I can be driving in the right-hand lane and somebody from the left cuts in front of me to make a right-hand turn, we know we have a problem. And that's just taking into consideration cars on the road, not people standing there also. That's all I have.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and the city of Lansing had a firefighter killed this year. Well, I think it was Phil in the boot, that they were out there collecting money. So it does happen. They can still collect in the lobby of Kmart, different other businesses. We just want to get them off the street, so. Any other comments from the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 7-0. Item C6, comprehensive study of the water distribution system.
Mayor?
Councilmember Lynch?
I move to authorize Hennessy Engineers Incorporated to perform a comprehensive study of our water distribution system in accordance with Hennessy Engineers Incorporated proposal letter dated November 4th, 2016.
Support.
Support, Councilmember King. Any other comments?
Could we have them come up and explain a little bit about what this is?
Ryan from, Kern from Hennessy Engineering.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The MDEQ has required that all communities put together an asset management plan for their water distribution system no later than January 1st of 2018. And we've started looking at the water distribution system by preparing a water reliability study and looking at the layout of the system and just looking to see how reliable the system currently is. The next step is to proceed with putting together that asset management plan is to further analyze the system to see where there are flow and pressure problems within the city. Also looking at, the system is aging, and looking at the layout of the system, there are areas of the system that don't meet current standards as far as hydrant spacing, valve spacing. So we would be looking at that to see what areas may not meet current standards and what it would take to bring that to current standards. We'd also look to see if there's any areas where we currently have dead-end mains that aren't looped to provide for more reliable service. And we'd also look, the 4 connections to the Detroit system, or now the Great Lakes Water Authority system, are fed through the city through pressure-reducing valves. We would look at those to see how we could better maintain those and possibly increase the pressure into the system. I know there's issues there with, we have several water main breaks through the year due to the age of the system and that, whether we can increase pressure or not. If we increase the pressure, would we see an increase in water main breaks or not? So we would be looking at that as well. And then a large chunk of this has to do with the geographic information system database that was started many years ago by the city, and it was never completed. Basically, all the facilities were located with a GPS and the system laid out, but none of the assets were ever entered into the database as far as the age of the system, the materials of the water main, water main break history. It's a good way to be able to be more efficient with your system and be able to know which mains are the most problematic, so in the future we know which water mains to replace in the near future. You can keep better records as far as maintenance of the system as well. So we would be proposing to complete that database as well. And then the final, once this is completed, then we would bring another proposal to actually put the asset management plan together, which would incorporate 5 and 20-year capital improvement plan for the water distribution system to submit to the DEQ to meet those requirements. Unfortunately, it's another unfunded mandate by the state government for all the communities to put this together. So.
Any other questions from council?
Mayor, just the GIS, that is a pretty amazing system, because I can remember going through in boxes of plans, trying to find plans, and now this is all being put on the computer now.
Right. Yeah, and hopefully you'll have better as-built information. Right now, it's kind of a lack of as-built information, so we'll finally have some better information on the system.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anybody from the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 7-0. Move on to item 10, public comments. These are for items that were not on the agenda. If you wish to speak, please come to the podium, state your name. There is a 5-minute time limit. This is not the time to go back and forth with question and answers with council members. It's your opportunity to make a comment or a statement. Mr. Warhane.
Paul Warhane, 2225 Farmington. It's really a question to the entire council, and I hope somebody knows the answers tonight. I don't know, for the public. I'm having a problem with the dog ordinance, or the dogs on a leash, or the responsibility of the owner to take care of the dog's droppings and that sort of thing. And I'm wondering what the city ordinance is, and I would like someone to publicly explain it if they can. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Hunt?
Just wanted to thank Monica and her group over at the Senior Center, handling the Obama, as far as I'm concerned, could care less about us program, and her people were able to navigate through that. As they say, they have navigators. Her people flew through that system and was able to get me information I needed and get everything taken care of right away, and I want to say thank you very much for that. And the only other one was, I was going to congratulate Ms. Dole today. She got our one and only article in the Observer this week. Since we only ever get one if we're lucky, it just says Garden City at the top and it tells us about every other city, but I want to congratulate her for winning this week on that one. Other than that, everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Mr. Jones?
I have just 3 quick things. My first one is kudos to the DPS department. Not only did they clean the snow from the streets, I think, in a very efficient and prompt manner, but I guess we had one water main break today, and if anybody ever questions the value that we get for our tax dollars for these workers, they should follow them around on a day like this when they're dealing with a water main break. It's got to be a very tough job, and they do a commendable service. Secondly, on behalf of the Garden City Business Alliance, we want to thank everybody for the support that our local businesses have received during 2016, and we look forward to continuing to service the community and receive that support again in 2017. And on behalf of Community Chat, which I'm a co-host, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jones? Anybody else? Mr. Baco?
James, going east, no south, no south, this side of the road. James, going east, this side of the road.
James Street, no salt?
No.
Okay. We'll let him know. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we have no city manager report tonight. City manager, a little under the weather, not here tonight. So we'll start off with Councilmember McCarge.
I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday and safe and warm. That's it.
Thank you. Councilmember King?
Yes, I'd just like to say everybody have a Happy New Year also.
Okay. Councilmember Kerwin?
Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Watch your driving, especially in this weather when it's changing and freezes and thaws. And also, it's if you can, shop local. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Squires?
I want to wish all of our residents happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and a very happy New Year to everyone. Thank you.
Councilmember Lynch?
I'd like to take the time to thank everyone that was so generous this holiday season. If it wasn't the Good Fellows, it was United Needy group. It's individual school children who people are offering to adopt for the Christmas season. It's the seniors, it's the food pantry. I mean, you name it, there's a lot of generous people out there, especially in Garden City. And so on behalf of everyone, I'd just like to thank you for your generosity and wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, happy everything that's coming up, and a very prosperous New Year.
Thank you. Councilmember Jacobs?
Yes. First, Angela did a great job on the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. Also, Sheila over at Maplewood Center for the Christmas party for the seniors. And all the people that helped out with that. It was excellent time. Like Mary said, it was a lot of fun. Seniors know how to have a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
Also, DPS, with all the snow and cold we've had, excellent job on clearing the streets and keeping up with it. I know it snowed, then let up, and then it snowed some more, and they kept up with it. And again, kudos to our DPS. And finally, just have a merry, happy Christmas, safe and blessed New Year, and we'll see you next year. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Bettis?
Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless us, everyone.
Okay.
We have to vote or something?
Hallelujah. No.
Mr. Warhand's comments, there is a leash law in Garden City that dogs cannot run wild. They have to be on a leash, and if they're not, you can call the police department, and they can pick up the dog and ticket the owner. As far as, I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to say without looking at the ordinance, but I'm sure there's an ordinance on picking up dog doo-doo when you walk your dog around the block. So, we'll look at that ordinance and get you a copy of it, okay? Want to thank Derek Fisher, the superintendent of Garden City Public Schools, for providing a school bus this last week. Him and I took the seniors from the senior towers next door through the Light Fest at Edward Hines, and then we went up and had coffee and donuts and whatever. And the seniors really appreciate it. We had a good time, and the Light Fest is beautiful. If you haven't been through there, you should go. Also went to a party the Garden City Business Alliance put on, their Christmas party at Gordon Chevrolet a week or so back. A great time, good people, good food. I want to thank them for that. I want to thank Angela. What an achievement, Student of the Month. You did a great job, and we thank you for coming out tonight. And I know you made your mom and dad proud, so congratulations on that. And on behalf of Mayor and Council, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. No further business. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
It's adjourned for this year. It's adjourned for this year.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!